Hey vapors! Alright, well today we are going to do a review of my iStick 50 watt. It is in beautiful pink, well, red. This is the box that it comes in when you get it. I did get it for $47.99 from a local vape shop, which I was very surprised because that's kind of the range that I found online. Was about 48 bucks was kind of like the median for it. I've seen it as high as $89.99 at some vape shops, which, you know, it is going to be more expensive if you get it from a vape shop versus online. That's why I was very surprised that the local vape shop had it for so cheap. So cheap. Here's the box though that it came in. It is made by eLeaf, so they have their logo on it. It's upside down on that side for some reason. It does come with, well, mine in particular came with a charging cord, and a user manual, and of course the device. I know some of them do come with a Ego 510 adapter. Mine did not, but I had one at home anyways, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, the user manual kind of just tells you a little bit about how to work it, how to charge it, what the buttons do, stuff like that. So first of all, the dimensions on here is 83 millimeters up and down. It's 45 millimeters across, and it is 23 millimeters, wide. Which it's a pretty good device. It fits in my hand really well, which is nice. Voltage wise, it does go from 2 to 10 volts, 5 to 50 watts. It is a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. If you can see that, it says it on the bottom for you. Really. But it does say it on the bottom there. On this side, it does have the eLeaf logo. It says iStick 50 watt. Back to the front, this is the up and the down buttons for the variable voltage and variable wattage. And then on the side right here is the fire button, which, you know, that's how it fires. And then when you hit the button, it does come on. For the screen there, it shows your battery life, it shows your ohms of the device that you have on there, and it also shows you the volts and the watts that you have it set at. Now, if you want to go from variable voltage or variable wattage to variable voltage, all you do is you hit the fire button 3 times consecutively. So 1, 2, 3, and it switches into volts there. Then you can change it up and down for voltage in 0.1 increments. And then if you want to go back, you just do 1, 2, 3, and it switches right back. And you can also go up and down for wattage by 0.1 increments. And then if you do want to shut your device off, you just click it 5 times, and it shuts off. That way it doesn't, it's not going to fire for you. And then you can just hit 5 to go back on. So, yeah, it is a very powerful device. It lasts a really long time with that 4,400 milliamp hour battery. Very surprised by it. If I'm vaping something on maybe like 17, 18 watts, which is kind of like, that's what I use my Aspire Nautilus at. I don't like too warm of a vape, and that's a pretty good kind of limit for that, for me and my taste. But if I do that and just vape on that, I can last this battery for about 3 days, maybe a little over 3 days. Now if I'm doing like dripping, or if I'm using my sub tank here, it does last a little bit less. I might be able to get 2 days out of that, if that, because I do vape it a little bit higher. Right now I have the rebuildable part in for my sub tank, so I do only have it at about 23 watts. So it's a little bit less than I use for the actual coils. But yeah, so this thing can take a beating. I'm a very clumsy person. I do stumble a lot. I do drop things quite often. Probably not good to admit that, because, but it hasn't broken yet. That's, you know, it does have a few scratches on it. The one thing that I don't really like is, you know, that the top up here, let me get this sub tank off. The top up here is chrome. So when you put your tanks on there and stuff, it does leave a big nasty scratch in that. Now when you have your tank on though, I mean, you can't see it. But I'm one of those people that I know it's there. But I mean, you can see slight scratches from other stuff. And the bottom's pretty scratched up. Now I've been using this guy for maybe a month and a half now, or maybe a little under a month and a half. But you know, that's one thing. It does scratch pretty easily. Now I know you can get some like J-wraps, or you can get, you know, some kind of cover that you can put over it, and it does cover the silver part as well. So that's good that you have that option in case, you know, you want it. But I just love the pink color. I don't want to cover up the pinkness because it's beautiful. It's like this really pretty fuchsia, like rose color, and I'm in love with it. But yeah, there's that. One issue that I do have with this is every once in a while when I am vaping on it, this button right here will get stuck. And it will auto fire after I take my finger off the button. It'll keep firing. So I kind of gotta hit it, and then it'll stop firing. It has, you know, caused me to get quite a few burnt hits that way because it just won't stop firing, and it kind of messes up your coil there. So that is one issue that I don't know if I got it done or if a lot of people do have that issue as well. But that is one thing that I'm kind of sad about. But then again, it is only about $50 that you spent on this, and it is a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. So, and in 2 months, almost, I mean, 1.5 months, you know, I think I'm getting a use out of it. Now before this, I had an iTaste VVV3, so this is definitely a big upgrade from that VVV3. That I am very stoked about. I love this little device, and it fits perfectly in my hand. You know, I don't have big hands. You know, I got little girl hands, and it fits perfectly. Typically when I hold it, I like to hold it with my pinky down here. That way I don't drop it, because like I said, I am prone to dropping things. So typically I leave my pinky down here. I hit it with my pointer finger, and then I kind of use this thumb to you know, stabilize it a little bit better. But yeah, so that's one thing, and of course I do have my little vapor band on there just in case I do drop it and I don't break my tanks here, even though I have extra tanks just in case, because I'm very nervous that I'm gonna bust a tank open. I did break a like $22 drip tip, so I am kind of upset about that. Not this one came with my sub tank, but yeah, so overall it's a very good product. I do recommend it to anybody. You know, just kind of be careful about what wattages and stuff like you do that. It does have a spring connector in it for, you know, whatever tank that you put in there. I forgot to go over that. Let's see. It is stable down to, I believe it's 0.2 ohms. Right now I have 0.5 in there, but it is a stable device down to 0.2 ohms. So it is capable of sub-ohming, of course. And it can go up to a really high wattage. I don't think that really matters how high. I've never seen anyone go higher than like maybe 2 ohms, or maybe, well, 2.5. but I think it can go up to like 5 ohms, which is a little ridiculous. But it is 510 threaded at the top here. I know I just showed you that, but I'll show you it again. Let's see here. Alright, it is 510 threaded in there. It has this nice little juice well for kind of if it slips over, if you get some juice that comes out a little bit or something like that. And that spring, there's a spring in there, and it's springy, so whatever you put in there, it will kind of automatically adjust. I haven't had any issues with something not reading. I mean, I've used 510 to Ego adapters on here, and used my old EVODs because I rebuilt the coils in there, and it works perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues with that. So yeah, that's about it for this guy. Definitely recommend it. Go ahead and go check it out. I love it. But yeah, once again, wonderful product. Love eLeaf. I wish I had their whole line because they're just so cute. But anyways, if you guys like this video and want to see more reviews, because I will be reviewing my SubTank Mini, we'll be reviewing a lot of juice companies. The current one I have in right here is Strawberry Shortcake by Hooligan Vapes, which is a great flavor. It's wonderful. I love it so much. Tastes exactly like strawberry shortcake. But anyways, there will be a review on all the juice that I have from them. I have a ton of juice to review, some more products, some more tanks. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Ask me any questions you want, and I will be there to answer. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.